Hi, welcome to the class. Today we are going to do the last topic of chapter electrical capacitance and of the unit electrostatics. So the name of the topic is combination of capacitors. So capacitors can be combined in two ways. One is capacitors in series and one is capacitors in parallel, right? So in capacitors in series, the net capacitance, suppose you have two capacitors C1 and C2 and they are combined in series, and their net capacitance will be given by C1 upon Cs is equals to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So this will be the net capacitance of capacitance in series. In capacitor, when capacitors are connected in series, their charge remains same through each capacitor. So charge remains same through each capacitors when capacitors are connected in series. Similarly, when we connect capacitors in parallel, the net capacitance is given by Cp is equals to C1 plus C2 and the voltage remains same. Okay, so the voltage through each capacitors when they are connected in parallel remains same. Now this is regarding series and parallel when capacitors are connected in series and parallel. Now let me go into the details of the formula of the net capacitance when they are connected in series and when they are connected in parallel. So suppose this is one capacitor, this is the symbol of the capacitor, positive, negative. One plate will be positive, another will be negative. Here again I am connecting it like this, and then this is connected with the battery with the help of a key. So key is tapped on, this is positive, this is negative. Now the charge through these capacitors will remain same as they are connected in series. And how do we know that they are connected in series? Because when the charge from the battery will start moving, charge is not getting two different paths. It is passing through a single path only. So whatever charge is passing through this capacitor has to pass through the other capacitor because they are connected in the single line path. They are not connected in two different paths, right? So charge through this is Q, charge through this is Q. But whenever they are connected in series, capacitors are connected in series, their voltage. So if V is the voltage of the battery, their voltage will get divided, and this capacitor C1 will get voltage V1 and this will get voltage V2. Right? Also we know that Q is equals to C. So if I calculate this V, what will be V? V is equals to V1 plus V2. Now from this formula, if I take out V, V will be Q by C. So in place of this V, I will write Q by C, where Q is the total charge provided by the battery and C is the capacitance of C is the total capacitance of these two capacitors. So C. And now since they are connected in series, so I might write this as CS. Now this will be Q, charge will remain same, Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2. So this will be Q upon Cs is equals to Q common, and then we have 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. Q goes off, so this formula can be 1 upon C1 is equals to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So this will come. If third capacitor would have been there, then the same result can be obtained for n number of capacitors. Now, if they are connected in parallel, then what would happen? So let me connect them. Positive, negative. So the charge will start flowing. How many paths the charge is getting now? So charge is getting two paths to flow. One path is this and the other path is this. So obviously charge will get divided. So whenever the charge gets divided, the capacitors are connected in parallel. So this is C1, this is C2. So the charge passing through this one, let me take it as Q1, this as Q2, total charge will be Q. Again, if you want to calculate the formula, if you want to derive the formula will give you Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2 This Q will be equal to CB is equals to C1V. Why V there? Because in parallel the potential remains same. Plus C2V. CB is equals to C1 plus C2 and then V. V goes off. So C is equals to C1 plus C2. C is the net capacitance in parallel, therefore I can write as P. So this was the combination of capacitor in series and parallel. Now let us solve some numericals based on this series parallel combination, right? So few questions or few numericals I would like to do based on this. So I will begin with a very simple one first, and then will increase the difficulty level. So I'll just draw the diagram. You have 2 points, one capacitor, second capacitor, third capacitor, and then you have another capacitor here connected like this. So this is the diagram and this is the. So this capacitor of 2 microfarad, this capacitor of 3 microfarad, this capacitor of 3 microfarad, and this capacitor of 3 microfarad. Now they are asking you to calculate the equivalent capacitance between point A and B. So this is point A, this is point B. So they are asking you to calculate the equivalent capacitance between point A and point B. So I always suggest my students that you all should write, first of all give them the names as the names are not given. So C1 is this, then C2 is this, then C3 is equals to 3 microcoulomb, and then C4 is equals to 2 microfarad. I'm sorry I wrote it coulomb, farad. Right? And now you can see I connected with an imaginary battery. So if I connected with an imaginary battery, this is not the battery which is given in the diagram, but I connected it with a battery. Okay, here also I wrote this coulomb. Sorry, this is battery. So if I connect it with a battery, so charge will come like this. At this point, the charge will get divided because charge will get 2 different paths to travel. One is this, and the other one is this. So with these three, the same charge will pass because they are standing in the same path. And with this, a different charge will pass. So if the same charge is passing through these capacitors, how they will be connected? So they will be connected in series. So this C1, C2 and C3 are connected in series. Why? Because the same charge is passing through them. And for series we have formula 1 upon Cs is equals to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. So 1 upon Cs is equals to 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. So 1 upon Cs is equals to LCM 3, then this will come 1 plus 1 plus 1. So obviously 1 upon Cs is equals to 3 upon 3 is equals to 1 microfarad. So I can reciprocate it because I do not want the value of 1 upon Cs, I want the value of Cs only. So Cs will be 1 microfarad. Now, instead of these three, what I can do now, I can just remove these three and I can put only of 1 microfarad because the combination of these three has become this. Right? Now again the charge is getting divided among these two. So they must be connected in parallel. Why parallel? Because different charges are passing through them. So Cp will be equal to combination of this is Cs now. This is Cs is equals to Cs plus C4. So Cp will be equal to 1 microfarad plus 2 microfarad. So Cp will be equal to 3 microfarad. So this will be the net capacitance through this combination. So that would be your answer, right? Now moving on to another one. Again, I'll draw the diagram, and this time I want you people to solve it without going through the solution. So try to yourself figure out that which all are in series and which all are in parallel. Then try to find out the answers as well. In this question, they are saying find the electric charge Q1 on plates of capacitor C1. Question is find the electric charge Q1 on plates of capacitor C1. So this is what you have to find out now. So think about it, how you are going to do it. Okay. So first of all, you know that charge will come, same charge is passing through this and this. Why same charge? Because there is no division of charge taking place, as the charge has got only one single path to travel, this one, right? So there is no division of the charge, correct? So whatever charge will pass through this, the same charge will pass through this, the same charge will pass through this. Now, how they are connected? Since the charge is not getting divided, it's obvious that they are connected in series. So 1 upon Cs, now I am not writing as C1, C2, C3 because it is already given in the diagram. 1 upon Cs is equals to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. So 1 upon Cs is equals to 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 16 plus 1 upon 24. So 1 upon Cs would be how much? If you take the LCM, so that would be equal to, okay, so that would be equal to 48, right? So this will come 8, 6 plus 6, 3 plus 2. So 1 upon Cs will be equal to 6 plus 3, 3 plus 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 by 48. So the net capacitance is coming as 48 upon 11 microfarad. This is the net capacitance. Now what is the net potential in the circuit? Net potential in the circuit is this, V. So V is equals to 110 volt. So what will be the net charge in the circuit? So net charge in the circuit will be Q is equals to CV. We all know this formula. So Q is equals to CS. This is the net capacitance. So that will be 48 upon 11 into 10 to the power minus 6. Why minus 6? Because this is micro and this is the SI unit. So therefore this will come into 110. This 11 10. So 48 into 10 to the power minus 5 coulomb will be the charge. This will be the charge. So we have to find the electric charge Q1 on plates of capacitor C1. But we all know that since these three capacitors are connected in series, as the same charge is passing through all of them. So therefore this charge will pass through C1, this charge will pass through C2, this charge will pass through C3, right? Now one more, and this time I'll increase the difficulty level. Okay, so I'll give you a bit more complex one this time, and this time also you try to first of all figure out that how these are connected. So 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so this is given C1, this is given C2, and this is given C3. Now I'll write the values of C1, C2, C3. C1 is equals to 2 microfarad, C2 is equals to 6 microfarad, and C3 is equals to 2.5 microfarad. Now they are asking us to calculate what all we have to calculate. The first part is total capacitance, charge, and energy of the system. This is the first part. Second part, we have to calculate charges on separate capacitors. And the third, potential difference across separate capacitors. We had to find all these things, 3 parts. Now first of all figure out which all are connected in series and which all are connected in parallel. So charges must be coming like this. At this point, they are getting 2 different paths to travel. One will go this side, another will go this side. So the same charge is passing through this and this. So if the same charge is passing through C1 and C2, they are connected in series. So what will be the net capacitance of C1 and C2? So CS will be C1 plus, this will be 1 upon CS is equals to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So 1 upon CS is equals to 1 upon C1. 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 6. 1 upon CS will be equal to, LCM would be 6. And then 2, 3 plus 1. So 1 upon CS, 6 upon 4, 2, 2, 2, 3. So CS would be equal to 3 by 2 microfarad, and that is 1.5 microfarad. Right? Now instead of these two, I have got CS, which is 1.5 microfarad. I am going to remove this, and I'll write this as CS, which is equal to 1.5 microfarad, because the combination of C1 and C2 has given me CS, which is 1.5. Now again the charge will come and it will get divided among these two. So when the charge gets divided, they are connected in parallel. So parallel will be CS plus C3. So C3 will be 1.5 plus C3. How much is C3? 2.5. So C3 will be how much? 1.5 plus 2.5? 4 microfarad. So this will be the total capacitance of this system. First part, total capacitance, done. Now they are asking us to calculate total charge. Potential is given, capacitance I know. So total charge, Q is equals to C. How much is C? 4. Do I need to convert it into farad? Answer is yes. Why? This is in microfarad and this is in SI system. So 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 200. So Q is equals to 4 to the 8, 10 to the power minus 6 and 10 to the power 2 will become 10 to the power minus 4 coulomb. Total charge calculated. Now energy of the system. So we had done energy of the system as half CV squared. Okay. U is equals to half into 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 into V squared. Square of this. 2, 4 and this. 2 ones are 2 twos are. U is equals to 2, 4, and 4 to 8. 8 into 2, 4, 10 to the power minus 2 joule. Answer. Correct? Now charges on separate capacitors. Second part we have to do. We have done all the parts of the first one. Now we have to calculate the charges on separate capacitors. So for that I will remove this. So let me just remove it. And then I will come to this part, the second part. Okay. So and just again I will draw the same diagram because I want you people to understand one thing. So this was one capacitor and here I can draw the other one. So this one C1 and this one C2. C1 and C2. Now guys, they are asking us to calculate charges on separate capacitors. Okay. And we know that the combination of these two when connected in series, the combination of these two when connected in series was coming to be 1.5. So my combination of CS was 1.5 microfarad. It means these two when connected in series, their combination was this. And after connecting these two in series, we were getting CS only. So this will go. So CS is equals to 1.5 microfarad. Now how these two are connected? Parallel. And in parallel voltage remains same. So the voltage through CS and voltage through C3 would be this much only. So I know that voltage through CS and voltage through C3 will be 200 volt. Why? Because they are connected in parallel. And remember, CS is the combination of C1 and C2 connected in series. I had to connect charges on separate capacitors, right? So can I calculate the charge through this CS? So charge through CS will be Q is equals to CV. So I think this we have already no. Okay. So Q is equals to C. How much is the combination of C1 and C2? This much. So 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 200. Why 200 will go? Because they are connected in parallel and their same voltage will pass through these two. 200. So Q is equals to, remove this point, 10 will come, 0 goes off, and then 15 into 2, 30 into 10 to the power minus 5, and this will come, Q is equals to 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 coulomb. So this charge will pass through the combination of C1 and C2. So C1 and C2, the charge passing through C1 and C2 is this much, correct? Now you have to find the charge through C3. So C3 also we can find out. Q3, which is the charge through C3, will be C3V. So Q3 is equals to, how much is C3? 2.5 10 to the power minus 6 into 200. Remove this point. Q3 is equals to 50 into 10 to the power minus 5. Which will be 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 joule. Charge through Q3 I have calculated, second part is also done. Now potential difference across separate capacitors. So of course guys, with C3 how much potential is passing? 200 volt only, because this hole is connected in parallel with the combination of these. But CS is the combination of C1 and C2, and they both are connected in series. So in series, potential gets divided. Potential gets divided. So potential through C3 will be 200 volt only. Okay. If you want to calculate, you can easily calculate. That would be 200 volt V3. But potential through C1 and C2 will get divided. Why it will get divided? Because they are connected in series. So what is, how much is the capacitance of C1? C1 I know 2 microfarad. I have to calculate Q is equals to Cv, then V is equals to Q upon C. How much charge is passing through C1? This much charge is passing through C1. Same charge is passing through C2. And same charge is passing through with the combination of these two, because they are connected in series. So, if I have to calculate V1, if I have to calculate V1 will be Q. Q is this charge which is passing through these two and which is also passing through the combination of these two. 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 upon C. How much is C1? 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. V1 is equals to 3 upon 2, it's 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 minus 6. So V1 is equals to 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 4 plus 6. So V1 is equals to 1.5 into 10 to the power 2. This much volt is passing through C1. Now C2, that is V2 is equals to, charge is going to remain same, 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 upon C, this much. Okay. 6 into 10 to the power minus 6. So guys, of course, after you know that after solving this 10 to the power 2 will come. I have already shown you. This is 1, 2. So V2 is equals to 0.5 into 10 to the power 2 volt. So this will be the potential through these two, and the combination of these two will be this, right? So this was a typical, a difficult kind of, or a separate kind of numerical I have given. One more I'll give it to you as a homework. I won't show it to you right now. I'll give it to you as a homework, and I'll give answers also. Answers also. So you people can discuss it with me in class, and also you can write your answers or queries in the comment section. So just I'll give you the diagram and I'll give you the questions. Right? So it will be of similar kind. And the question says that this we have C1. This is C1, then this is C2, and then this is C3. I'll give you the values. C1 is equals to 15 microfarad. C2 is equals to 25 microfarad. And C3 is equals to 35 microfarad. Now what all you have to calculate? Find first part, total capacitance and energy. Total capacitance and energy of the system you have to calculate. Second, charges and potential differences on C1, C2 and C3. So these things you have to calculate. I'll give you the answers. First part, total capacitance answer is 12 microfarad. Energy is 8.64 into 10 to the power minus 2 joule. Then second part, total charge on the combination. So 1.44 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. This will be the total charge. So this will be the total charge. Q is equals to 1.44 into 10 to the power minus 3. And the value of the potentials. V1 will be equal to 96 volt. V2 will be 57.6 volt. And V3 will be 41 volt. So this is the question. These are the parts of the question. What all you have to. This is the diagram. These are the values C1, C2, C3. This is the question which you have to calculate. And these are the answers. First part answer C total capacitance, total energy. Second part total charge, and then potentials through different capacitors. Have a look. Right? And you have to solve this and ask me in the class, and also you can write the answers in the comment section. Right? Thank you.